Hey guys, it's Sandy. Anybody who's watched me for a little while can look in my woods behind of me and see that the leaves are gone. But it's November and I'm still going to enjoy this weather outside as long as I can. So I wanted to get on here post-election and share just a few of my things that I'm thinking about. One of them is going to be, what am I going to do now? Now that Trump is coming in office, what am I going to do? Prepping. Some of you might want to do the same things, the way that I'm thinking about this. But the second thing is, I am so thankful that nothing happened. No chaos, no violence. It was so good that nothing happened. You know that old saying of prepare for the best, no, hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. That's why we prep, because it brings peace. But I'm so thankful that nothing happened. Companies, people were preparing the homes, companies in Washington, D.C., they were boarding up buildings and windows. So, nobody knew what was going to happen. So I'm so glad that nothing happened as of yet. But I also want you to hear me when I say this, that the Trump people are so happy and excited and celebrating that Trump got in, but there's a whole other side over here. And the people that voted for Kamala Harris that didn't, the disappointment and the anger and the sadness that you're feeling, that those are valid. Those are valid emotions that you're allowed to have. I've been in other elections and I have voted many times, and the person that I vote for has not always gone in or gotten in. And, I'm like, oh, shoot. But you just go right on with life. Things are a little different now as far as people's emotions are just really, really high now. So people are reacting different. But if that is you, then you're allowed to have those emotions. And what I'm saying to everybody else is we need to be kind about that, because how would have you felt if it was flipped and Kamala Harris got in and you were a Trump fan? How would you feel? So none of the gloating and the I told you so and, rubbing it in people's faces. I have seen some really ugly stuff on social media that is just sad to even see. So it's better just to zip it, not say anything, not to get into arguments. But more than anything is we got to be kind, kind to each other on where you feel, what things right now. And so I want to say that on my channel, I'm hoping to be a blessing to people, talking about prepping, talking about healthy living and sharing recipes, because our health is so important. But I hope that is a blessing. And I don't want to ever come off of that person that is not kind, that, a lot of emotions that people carry around. And I just want to be kind. And the other thing is, as a Christian, if I don't show that kindness to each other, then how is anybody ever going to come to know Jesus whenever we can't even be kind to each other? So, post-election, just remember that there's different people on different sides of the fence, and we just need to be kind to each other. And then I want to talk about Trump's coming in. So now what? So, will the economy change? I hope so. That, the border change as far as open borders? I hope so. I hope all of this changes and gets better. But Trump can't just save America right away. 4 years to turn things around. I hope so, but there's a big mess that needs change. And you know what? There's a lot of other factors that go into this, not just getting our new president. So right before the election, I shared those few things that I was going to do, and they were basic. I'm going to fill up my gas tank, and I'm going to go to the bank and get some cash in my home, and I'm going to go to the grocery, and I'm just going to get what we need, and then we're good. And I wasn't going to sit and watch all of the election results. Did I get on to see where they were every once in a while? Yep. And then I was like, mentally, this is not good for me to just keep watching. So those are just basic things. We didn't have the chaos happen, thank goodness, but didn't that bring you peace? You guys, the ones that got on and said, yep, I did all of those things and a few more, didn't you feel peace that regardless of which way it went, you were okay? You were okay in your own home, because we can't control the government. We can't control the big picture. We couldn't control the elections, but we can control the way that we respond. You can control the way that you prep your own home. You can control how you respond to other people, as far as, are you going to be kind about it or are you going to be gloating about it? We can control ourselves. So with Trump coming in, and I think a lot of people are just going to let their guard down. and be like, okay, we're all good now. We're going to be fine. But I don't quite see it that way. So am I hoping for change? Absolutely. But I don't think that it's a smart time to just to let your guard down, because we still have other nations that hate America. We have a national debt that is unbelievable. Like, how do we ever get out of the debt that we are in as a nation? How do we ever recover financially? We have weather. You can't control weather. And the weather seems to be getting just a little more crazy. And we know from the other storms that we have seen that a weather incident of a storm of some kind can hit you at any time and anywhere you live. And if you don't have your home prepped for some things, you could be in big trouble. So we've got weather. We have the risk of cyber attacks. You could lose your job. Somebody in your family could get really sick. Like, there's so many things that could happen beyond the fact that Trump is coming in office and we hope things get better. This is not a time to just be like, okay, we're good. I'm good. I think that it is very important that if you've never stopped prepping your home or started prepping your home at all, it's a good time to start. But for the people who have, keep working on getting those extra things. Maybe we have a little more time, but you don't know that, because any of those things that I just said to you could happen at any time. It is not doom and gloom. It is not conspiracy theory. It is factual, and it is a reasonable possibility that any of those things could happen. So what it does is, if you do things in your own home, then you're going to feel peace. And that is what we are trying to strive for, is preparing for peace. We know that our ancestors always prepared. My mamaw, she always would can during the summer or store away the potatoes or whatever in her cellar. Like, she always had food, because they prepped. They prepped, and they weren't afraid of any of these world things that are happening. They prepped because they knew that's what you need to do. So it's the same thing, as we should be taking care of our families and our homes by prepping. So I want to know, like, how do you feel? Trump is coming in. So do you think it's time to go, we're going to be okay? And maybe we are. Or is it still a time to go, you know what, I'm glad he got in. If you voted for him, I'm glad he got in, but I'm not going to let my guard down either. I'm going to be wise and, pray about what you need to do, because God answers. He really does. If you say, what do you want me to do personally? He'll tell you. That's just the way it works. So I know what I feel that I have been told, and I've shared it with all of you guys. And, I'm going to keep doing that. So I'm still going to keep doing prepping videos. I'm still going to be doing videos on your health, just so we can all get healthier. That is so important. We're going into flu and cold season. It's really important just to make sure your immune system is high and that you are healthy. Okay, I really hope that this is helpful to you, and I really hope that you feel kindness on this channel. And the ones that write in the comments hateful things, whatever. I just let it go, because I'm not going to fight back, and I'm not going to be that kind of person to throw hate your way. All right, you guys, that's all I have for now. Until next time, I'm out.